I'm training with the headmaster of Shaolin Temple Europe.
Leaving blood already.
And in the previous episode, he gave me a lesson I will never forget.
This is beginner level.
It's time for training.
Now, I'm gonna learn Iron Palm Kung Fu.
We have some bags. There are different ingredients inside, for example, rice. First of all, what you should not forget is you need to breathe.
Luckily, I'm learning the ultimate breathing exercise later this evening.
You start here. You don't want to hit like this, yeah? But it's this one.
The master has incredible power despite his size, and I can only hope to achieve the same. But apparently, I'm doing something wrong.
We don't want to squeeze the meat. Really hit with that part here.
So with
the one which like would break the collarbone. It's not this angle.
This is so different from my usual karate training.
Again, continue.
But I'm willing to give it a try.
8.
Now, things are going much better.
9.
After hundreds of repetitions,
10.
I finally understand the technique.
5.
Until I fail again.
Yeah, leaving blood already.
Yeah.
For right now, that it's your first time, it's still really good, yeah?
Okay.
Feel it's tingling.
Yes.
Now the master wants to drink some tea.
There is no hardening without pain. But in the first moment where you hit the pain and you run away from it, okay, then you're never gonna get hard. Look deeply into the mirror and see who you are. I think many people can't do it because then everything comes up. This face, these eyes, they show everything. Nothing is forgotten. You lie to yourself, you won't progress, no matter which martial art it is. I really think it's also very much building up a proper and healthy character. Because sometimes I also watch movies in the past, yeah, and I like Star Wars, you know. They both have the power. The Jedis have the power and Darth Vader also has the power. But they use it in a different way. Because their moral and ethical guidelines are different. And if you really want to learn something, sometimes it's necessary to dedicate and say a one-time commitment. Because this is what commitment means. Committing to something doesn't mean I commit to it as long as it feels good to me. No, you make this commitment because you normally should know that this way is gonna be filled with everything. With ups and downs and left and right and things you like and things you don't like. But because these moments are gonna come, that's why you make this commitment. Because if you break the commitment in the moment where something is getting difficult, that's not a commitment. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter which way you are walking. But stay with one way and keep walking. If I from here just gonna start walking straight, what's gonna happen in the worst case is that I will walk along this earth one time. You have seen the whole world at least one time if you keep walking straight. But if I walk 10 kilometers to the front, then no, not in the mood anymore. Then I walk 10 kilometers north, change again, 10 kilometers south. Yeah, so you get the point. What happens eventually is you walk in a square and continuously think, why am I not proceeding? Yeah, why can't I get out of? Yeah, because you keep on changing too much. That's why there is no best way. There is a way.
Now it's time for the last training session. But unfortunately, this class is only for Shaolin monks, and I have no intention of being celibate anytime soon. So I will just have to watch. But I don't mind, because seeing the master move is like watching poetry in motion. In Chinese, they call this Wu Wei, or effortless action. And I want to know how it's done.
You turn in left, you open. Small and left, open and right. Small and down, open and right, open and up. It's always both. It's never the question which one is more important, left or right. Which one is more important, inhale or exhale. Which one is more important, relaxation or tensioning. Which is more important, soft or hard. It's the wrong question. The question is, how good are you able to express it with the way of how you can access your body? Action makes life. Not reading about life. Not reading about the martial art. Not watching the martial art. It's about practicing the martial art, because the practice is what then eventually is going to give you answers, and especially the skill.
My time at the temple is almost over, but there's one thing I still don't understand. So as the sun sets, I decide to head inside and sit down with the master for one final interview.
Why do you practice Kung Fu in a temple?
Good question. One of the mission goals of the Shaolin Temple has always been collecting and translating all the Buddhist knowledge that was available at that time into Chinese language.
Just like the Western Church needed Templar knights to protect its wealth, the Shaolin Temple needed warrior monks to protect its knowledge. But how is this relevant today?
Even so that the intention changed for what the Kung Fu is used, it still is serving as a very, very useful instrument. Somebody comes as a small child, as a new student into the classes. So what is it that I'm doing with him? Do I teach him directly how to punch, how to kick, how to make the flips? So what is it, the first thing that actually my real aim is? My aim is body awareness. It means you are aware that my finger is like doing this and my small toe is doing something else at the same time.
Yeah.
So that means the ability, I can be here, I can be here, at the same time I can talk with you, at the same time I can watch in the angle of the eye, I can see other people, other person. So the greater your awareness, the more you start to realize where are you actually. Because you can only fix a problem if you know where the problem is located. So the more you are aware of yourself, the deeper you can actually start to readjust something that you realize this is not how it's supposed to be. And this is why in the martial art it is body awareness, building this up. Body awareness and mind-body connection. Your body is supposed to deliver what the mind tells your body to do. So if your mind says left, you can't make this. Yeah?
Right.
So there must be really this direct connection. I think left, it's left. I think right, it's right. I want to be front, I am front. This is why I think movement is key.
Yeah.
Especially for nowadays society where anyway everybody is spending too much with mind activity.
Yeah.
And this is not why you have been created with arms and legs and all of these things.
It's no surprise that exercise is beneficial for mind and body. But how does martial art fit into this?
Sometimes I even hear critics about it. Buddhism, it's about peace and it's about harmony and it's about compassion and it's about all of these things. Yes, that's absolutely correct. But in this world, I think it has never been a downside to be compassionate and strong, to be peaceful and strong. And this is why we think the martial art fits good, because after all, we are nowadays very lucky to have this heritage of the Shaolin tradition, which is thanks to the warrior monks. And the warrior monks did not only sit around and meditate.
No.
They used their body more than an average person. They knew exactly what pain and suffering is.
And now I'm gonna learn the best medicine for pain and suffering. This is the Shaolin breath.
We take the left palm and place it onto the chest. Inhale and fill up as much as I can, first the belly area and afterwards the chest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just practice this on a regular basis, and there are forms and beautiful movements that go hand in hand with this type of breathing technique. Yeah, the proper way would be like this.
And just like that, my Shaolin experience is over. But it feels like I'm only getting started. Maybe that's why the Shaolin tradition has survived for 1500 years. Because knowledge is fleeting, but wisdom is forever. And the day I stop learning is the day I stop living.
So I needed a break, and all they have is this couch made of stones. No wonder the Shaolin monks are rock hard. I mean, just look at this. Even when they're relaxing, they're training. Crazy.